Hi friends, today I explain you theory part of chapter 2. It's a fractions and decimals. Okay, first of all please subscribe my channel to get interesting video related to maths. Now in this video I explain you the theory of fractions. Theory of decimals I will explain you later on. Okay, so first of all, what is fractions? Right, what is fraction? Fractions is a part of wool. Basic meaning of fraction is a part of wool. That means if I have one circle, this is not proper one, but just consider as one circle, right? If I divided the circle into four parts from the center, then each part is called fraction, right? Each part is called fraction. That means this is our blue region is one fraction. It is 1 by 4. Why 1 by 4? Because it's a fourth part of circle, right? Totally circle divided into four parts. Now what is the meaning of this fraction 1 by 4? That means 1 out of 4. 1 by 4 means 1 out of 4. That means our whole quantity is circle, right? We divided this circle into four part, and we take out of four that we take one part, right? That means we take one part out of four part of whole quantity, right? It is not necessary that always we have one circle. We also consider one square, otherwise rectangle, any shape, right? Just consider this rectangle. I divided into two part. Then each part, that means this one, is a fractions of this rectangle, right? It's a 1 by 2 because totally we divide rectangle into two parts, and out of that right now we consider one part. That's why 1 by 2, right? 1 out of 2, right? We can also consider hexagonal even. Hexagonal means six side like this. Now from center we just take some parts, right? Now each this triangle, first of all we divide this hexagonal into how many parts? 1 2 3 4 5 and 6 parts, right? So total 6 part, and out of that we consider only one triangle, that means one part. So each fraction becomes 1 by 6, right? Now just consider two rectangle together. That means this portion 5 and 6 both the both the triangle, right? We consider this portion. So how we can write this portion? So again total 6 parts we divide hexagonal into 6 part, and out of that we consider two triangle. That means two parts. So in numerator we need to write 2, 2 by 6, right? Out of 6 we take two part. Similarly, if we consider three triangle, then it's a 3 by 6, right? So in so these are the fractions. That means part of the wool, right? This is fraction. Fraction is mostly represented in numerator and denominator. That means in P by Q form, right? P by Q form. Q is whole quantity. P is a part of that whole quantity. This is the fraction. Now types of fraction. So first type is proper fraction. Now what is the meaning of proper fraction? Basically we can remember this: denominator is greater than the numerator. If we write like this P by Q, then this is our numerator, right? This is numerator and this is denominator, right? Numerator and denominator. Here in proper fraction, denominator is greater than the numerator. Denominator is greater than the numerator. Here I already written some example here. It's a 2 by 3. Here denominator is greater, so it's a proper fraction. Second example I written here 5 by 9. Again denominator is greater, it's a proper fraction. Right? One more thing, main theory of proper fraction, that is, if we take part from only one whole quantity, then it's a proper fraction. Right? If we take part of only one whole quantity, then it is proper fraction. Now just consider one apple. This is not proper one, but just assume that this is one apple. Right? If we divide into two pieces, then each piece, it's a 1 by 2. Right? Each piece becomes 1 by 2. If we just consider the part of only one apple, right? Part of only one apple, then it is always a proper fraction. Right? Because what happens if we take only one whole quantity? That means always our whole quantity is greater than the fraction. Denominator is whole quantity and numerator is parts of that whole quantity. So obviously our denominator is greater because it is a whole quantity and we take part out of the whole quantity. That's why our denominator becomes greater. Right? If we consider one circle, if we take parts of only one circle, right, then each parts becomes 1 by 4. Right? Now if we just consider only one circle, then it is a always proper fraction. Right? If we consider here two portions, that means like this is, how can we write this fraction? That means total we divide circle into 4 parts and out of that we consider 2 parts. Right? This 2 parts. So we can write 2 by 4. Again it's a proper fraction because denominator is greater. If we consider this 3 parts, then we can write like this 3 by 4. Again this is a proper fraction. Right? And if we take all the 4 parts, that means 4 by 4, it is 1. Right? It is our whole quantity. It is not a fraction. It is an integer. Our whole quantity. It is always one integer. Right? So whatever way we have for the circles or for any of the figures, that is always a proper fraction if we consider only one whole quantity. Now improper fraction. Here you can understand how what I am telling to you. Now what is improper fraction? First of all, basic things is here numerator is greater than the denominator. Here numerator is greater than the denominator. I written here 2 examples. First of all 5 by 3, then 7 by 2. 5 by 3 and 7 by 2. Here you can see that your numerator is greater, so it's an improper fraction. Here even your numerator is greater than the denominator. It's an improper fraction. Right? So in improper fraction, always our numerator is greater than the denominator. Now what is the exact meaning of improper fractions? Here we consider more than one whole quantity. Right now whatever examples we take, we draw only one figure, but we can also draw more than one figure. That means if we have 2 figures, right, if we have 2 figures, I am dividing this circle into 4 parts. Okay, I am dividing this circle into 4 parts. Okay, so total here if we consider all this 4 part of first figure, all these 4 parts of first figure, and if we consider this one part of second figure, right? So here total how many parts we made here. How many parts we make here? Means we divided the circle into 4 parts. So our denominator is 4. Right? Now how many parts we consider here? That means 1, 2, 3, 4 and this one 5 part. Right? So it's a 5 by 4. So this is improper fraction. Here we consider more than one whole quantity. Here we take 2 circle. Right? Again we divided the circle into 4 parts. Our denominator is 4. But we how many parts we consider? Right? Total 5 parts we consider here. So it's a 5 by 4. This is improper fraction. Right? If we consider only 3 parts, only 3 parts, this one 3 parts. Okay. I draw this figure. We only consider this 3 part. Then there is no use of this circle, right? There is the use of only one circle. This is your proper fraction because you consider only one figure. That's why. But if you take parts more than one figure, if you take whatever number of parts in that you consider more than one figure, then it becomes improper fraction. Now let's suppose we just take a 3 rectangle, right? 3 rectangle, and each rectangle we divide into 2 parts. Sorry, 4 part. So here your total parts of rectangle, it is 4. It is your denominator. Now if we consider these 4 parts, this 4 part and 2 parts from here even. So total how many parts we take here? 4, 4, 8 plus 2, 10. So our numerator is 10. Right? Out of 4 parts, we consider 10 parts. It is our improper fraction. It means improper fraction is used to represent more than one whole quantity. Right? If you have more than one figure, then you need to consider improper fraction. Right? If you have 3 apples at your home, right, and your brother eat 2 full apple and 1 half apple, right? So half apple means 2 parts. So just divide all the apples in the 2 parts, right? So total how many parts you divide apple into how many parts? That means 2. So your denominator is 2. Then how many apples your brother eat? 1 full apple, 1 full apple and 1 half apple. Only this portion. Okay, this full apple. So total how many parts he eat? Here 2 parts, here 2 parts and here 1 part. So total 5 parts. Right? In this type of situation we can use improper fraction. So this is improper fraction. Okay.